This one's pretty self-explanatory. It's a baby blue and a baby pink drip cake for a christening, if you can make that out on the board. I've just used some little impression letters to spell out happy christening day. I've left them blank because, as you can see, this cake is rather blank, but less is definitely more on this cake. You've got the baby blue drip and the baby pink drip, and then the baby pink ribbon around the top and the matching one in blue. So they're done in buttercream, which I've then excuse me then coloured with some food colourings. The drip is done by using candy melts, the fun I can't remember, bear with me, the packet is right here. It's these ones that I use. The Fun Cakes Deco Melts. So these were the white ones, and then what I've done is just use some edible dust to colour the drip. You can't use normal gel food colouring or liquid food colouring in them because it's chocolate based, and the colourings in the gels and the liquid ones would seize the candy melts. So you have to use either dusts, and using dust does take quite a long time to sort of mix in all the grains of dust, but I got there in the end. Or you can buy pre-coloured ones, but I never know what colour I'm going to want until there and then, really. So I find that if you stock up on your white, or your definite pre-coloured ones like your blacks and your reds, but then you can play about with the other colours. But as I say, using dust does work, but it just takes quite a while to sort of mix in all the particles of dust, shall we say. So this is a christening cake, obviously, with a 8-inch round base and a 6-inch top. And as you've probably guessed, it's for a boy and a girl. 3 boys, in fact, and 1 girl. I think they're all siblings. And there's 3 of the boys, hence the bigger tier being blue, and just 1 girl. So the top tier is in the pinks, and they're all young children, so we've gone for these lovely baby pinks and baby blues. The ribbon of buttercream on the top actually looks a lot brighter on the camera than it is. It is more of a sort of a paler baby blue colour. I find it very hard to get a baby blue in buttercream, especially. For some reason it either comes out quite greeny, or then you just keep adding blue and then all of a sudden, pow, it's a real sort of strong blue colour. But that works well, I think. So the base tier is vanilla sponge, vanilla buttercream and jam, my favourite. And the top is a chocolate sponge with chocolate ganache and vanilla buttercream. Mix it up a bit. Drips are usually hit and miss with me, because as you can see, the bottom drips, they're gorgeous. They're sort of like really straight and consistent. And then on the top, you can see you've got little blobs at the bottom and a few blobs sort of within the drip itself. It's just hit and miss with drips with me. This one didn't quite make it to the bottom, which I'm thoroughly pleased about. That's another thing you've got to be careful with drips. They either drip too much or they don't drip enough. Which is quite ironic, really, because a drip cake's supposed to look quite messy and drippy. But to get them to look drippy and messy without actually, overly messy, it's quite an art. So there we are. So yeah, buttercream swirls. I've iced the cake itself, so it had a ganache layer, and then I've used fondant and the panelling method for this one. So we've got this nice plain sheer white base. There's a bit of shadow up on here from this. Through the camera it looks like there's a mark on it, but it's not, I promise. So there we are, gorgeous, simple joint christening cake. The customer is to add her own topper, so there's going to be a lovely, she sent me a picture of it, it's a lovely sort of bespoke topper that's got a cross on it, and I think says christening, so hopefully I'll get some pictures from her when she's added the topper, and then I can add them so you can get the finished look. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Just so simple. These are definitely my favourite types of cakes. Understated, gorgeous.